want all my pro-burgers out there to know that we hate the Sleuth Intuition channel. That is all.
NBC News, citing police documents, reports that Bryan Kohberger searched online for serial killer Ted Bundy, both before and after the University of Idaho murders. Kohberger also allegedly searched for non-consensual pornography with keywords including forced, passed out, drugged, and sleeping, according to the documents. The Bundy search could have been related to Kohberger's role as a teacher's assistant in an introductory level criminology class, a job he held both before and after the murders. It could also have been a way for him to find the op-ed his mother wrote about the serial killer in 1999, which later went viral after her son's arrest. Titled, Cheering the Hearse. Perhaps one of the saddest commentaries on mankind was evident during the execution of Theodore Bundy. While no sane, compassionate individual would excuse the atrocities committed by this man, neither would any sane individual applaud the passing of his funeral hearse. What have we become? Is the taking of a human life acceptable when the state takes responsibility for it? Signed, Mary Ann Kohberger. Here are some similarities between Ted Bundy and Bryan Kohberger. Both are linked to brutal attacks on young college students, often in their living spaces. Bundy's 1978 Chi Omega sorority house attack at Florida State University involved bludgeoning and strangling 2 women, with 2 others severely injured. Kohberger is accused of stabbing 4 University of Idaho students in an off-campus home, described as a de facto sorority house, due to the presence of sorority members. Both cases involve seemingly random victim selection, driven by intense rage rather than personal grudges. Bundy's former attorney John Henry Brown noted the randomness and the brutal nature of both attacks, emphasizing the use of close contact weapons. Bundy's log, Kohberger's alleged knife, which requires significant rage and time. Both entered victims' residence through unsecured or vulnerable entry points in the early morning hours. Bundy used a faulty rear door at the Chi Omega house, while Kohberger allegedly entered through a back door. Both pursued higher education in fields related to human behavior or crime. Bundy earned a bachelor's degree in psychology from the University of Washington and later attended law school. Kohberger was a PhD student in criminal justice and criminology at Washington State University. Bundy worked as an assistant director of the Seattle Crime Prevention Advisory Commission, writing a pamphlet on rape prevention, which gave him insight into criminal behavior. Kohberger reportedly posted on Reddit asking about crime commission, victim targeting, and crime scene management, suggesting a fascination with criminal processes. Both were in their late 20s during the alleged or confirmed first killings. Bundy was around 28 when he began his killing spree, and Kohberger was 28 at the time of the Idaho murders. Social media and body language experts have noted superficial similarities in their mugshots, including similar hairstyles, high arched eyebrows, thin lips, gaunt cheekbones, and intense facial expressions. A body language expert, Patty Wood, highlighted that both displayed a frozen lower face and expressive upper face, eyes and forehead, suggesting controlled anger. Online discussions, particularly on Reddit, have emphasized their eerie resemblance, which some users claimed Kohberger looks like Bundy reincarnated. Brown pointed out fascinating parallel. Bundy escaped from Colorado, where the death penalty was soon unconstitutional, to Florida, where he committed murders and faced execution. Kohberger allegedly drove 10 miles from Washington, no death penalty, active mental health defense, to Idaho, where you have the death penalty, no mental health defense, potentially increasing his legal jeopardy. Both studied in Washington State, Bundy at the University of Washington, Kohberger at Washington State University, and the crimes have been associated with the Pacific Northwest. Recent reports indicate Kohberger searched for Ted Bundy online in the weeks before and after the Idaho murders. suggesting he may have studied or been fascinated by Bundy's crimes. Former FBI agent Tracy Walder noted that Kohberger, as a criminology student, was likely familiar with Bundy's case, particularly given the similarities in targeting sorority-affiliated residences. On January 15, 1978, Ted Bundy broke into the Chi Omega sorority house at Florida State University in Tallahassee around 3 a.m., shortly after escaping from jail in Colorado. He entered through a rear door with a faulty lock, carrying a piece of oak firewood as a weapon. In less than 15 minutes, he attacked 4 women, killing 2 and severely injuring 2 others, while over 30 potential witnesses in the house heard nothing. Margaret Elizabeth Bowman, 21, was bludgeoned with the firewood while she slept and garroted with a nylon stocking. She died from her injuries. Lisa Jeanette Levy, 20, was beaten unconscious, strangled, bitten deeply on her buttock, and sexually assaulted with a hairspray bottle. She also died. Kathy Kleiner, 21, was attacked in her bedroom. Suffering a broken jaw and deep shoulder lacerations, she survived, likely because a car's headlight illuminated the room, spooking Bundy. Karen Chandler, 21, was bludgeoned in the same room as Kleiner, sustaining a concussion, broken jaw, lost teeth, and crushed finger. She also survived. After fleeing the sorority house, Bundy broke into a basement apartment 8 blocks away and attacked Cheryl Thomas, a 21-year-old FSU dance major. She dislocated her shoulder and fractured her jaw and skull, leaving her with permanent deafness in her left ear and balance issues that ended her dance career. Her housemates' calls to police likely interrupted the attack as Bundy fled before authorities arrived. Key evidence including bite marks on Levy's body, which matched Bundy's teeth, and a pantyhose mask found at Thomas's apartment, with hair similar to Bundy's. A sorority sister Nita Neary saw Bundy fleeing the house and later identified him. The attacks were marked by their speed and brutality, with Bundy exploiting the faulty lock and the victim's vulnerability while they slept. He was arrested a month later, convicted in 1979 for the murders of Bowman and Levy, and executed in 1989. Did Bryan Kohberger have a strange fascination with Ted Bundy? Let me know in the comments section. Peace.